Every single thing you want to achieve, every win, every transformation, it all has the exact same starting point, right inside your own head. So today, we're gonna dive into how that really works. Okay, let's just get this out of the way right up front. This is a cold, hard truth. There are no handouts. This whole thing isn't about just trying. It's a wake-up call, really. The world doesn't reward you for just showing up. It rewards results. Period.
All right, so if participation trophies are out, what's left? Winning. And look, this isn't just about beating other people, it's about winning that battle inside yourself. So how do you make that shift? How do you go from just being a player in the game to actually defining the outcome? Well, that's exactly what we're about to unpack.
It always begins with a spark. See, before you make a move, before you hatch a plan, there's a thought. And this is the key takeaway. Your life is basically an inside job. It all starts with the ideas you decide to give your attention to.
So, this is the big question, isn't it? And we're not talking about some dusty old textbook stuff. We're talking about you, right now. What is the personal set of beliefs that's running the show, guiding your every single move?
The best way to think about your philosophy is it's the operating system for your life. It's not some abstract thing. It's the code that literally created the reality you're living in right now. But here's the amazing part. You're the programmer. You have the power to rewrite that code whenever you want.
Your mind can be one of two things. It can be a prison, trapping you with doubt and fear, keeping you small. Or it can be your superpower, the thing that lets you become the author of your own story. You get to decide. Are you gonna let fear hold the pen, or are you gonna take it back?
And that's where this idea of trust comes in. It's a huge leap of faith, right? Because you can't always see the whole path. But you have to trust the process, trust your gut. You have to believe that the moves you're making today, even the ones that feel confusing or really hard, are leading you somewhere important.
So now we're going to shift gears. We're moving from your inner world out into the real world, into the arena. Because once you get your mindset right, you've actually got to step onto the field. And the truth is, if you want to win, the hunt for your goals is going to demand everything you've got.
So, when things get tough, when the pressure is on, you really only have three choices. You can run from it, you can stand there and just take it, embrace it, or you can become the one who applies the pressure. See, the real winners don't just survive the pressure, they learn how to use it. They dictate the terms.
Okay, you have to hear this next part. It's so important. We spend all this time terrified of failing, of not being good enough. But maybe we're afraid of the wrong thing entirely.
And there it is. The real tragedy isn't falling short of your dreams. It's having no dreams in the first place. The real disaster isn't failing to reach for the stars. It's having no stars to reach for at all. A life without ambition, that's the real tragedy.
This really boils down to two different ways of seeing the world. A scarcity mindset lets your circumstances write your story for you. But a success mindset, that means you grab the pen back. You decide that you're going to rewrite your own reality no matter what obstacles are in your way.
Okay, so we've got the mindset, and we face the reality of the arena. Now, we enter the forge. This is where the real work happens. This is where big ideas get hammered into actual reality through the simple daily discipline of doing. Because let's be honest, a great philosophy is totally worthless without action. So, what does that action actually look like? Well, it comes down to these four things. It's about falling in love with the process, not just fantasizing about the prize. It's about showing up and doing the boring, repetitive stuff that nobody else wants to do. It's about building trust with yourself by actually keeping the promises you make to yourself. And most importantly, it's doing all of that day in and day out. And this is such a powerful way to think about discipline. It's not a punishment, it's not about forcing yourself to do things you hate, it's the highest form of self-care there is. You're choosing a little discomfort now for a future that you'll be so grateful for later. Why? Because the pain of "I failed" is temporary. You learn something, you get stronger, and you move on. But the pain of "what if?" Man, that's a ghost that will haunt you forever. The regret of not even trying is so much worse than the sting of failure. Action is always the answer.
So all this work, in your mind, in the arena, in the forge, it all leads us here, to the horizon. Because this whole journey isn't just about getting a different result at the end. It's about becoming a different person. It's about the identity you forge in all that fire.
We have this cliche idea of what strength is. But real strength?
It's not about being unbreakable. It's about having the guts to get back up after you've been broken. It's admitting when you need help. It's holding on to your kindness and compassion when the world makes it so easy to just become bitter and hard.
And this is so important. What is the point of winning the whole world if you lose yourself along the way? Chasing success without also chasing fulfillment? Well, that's the most empty, hollow victory you can possibly imagine. It's the ultimate failure.
So let's end with an ultimate reality check. Just think for a second about all the talk, all the big plans, all the things we say we're going to do. By themselves, they mean nothing. They don't change a thing.
Because this is the bottom line. Your real impact on this world isn't defined by what you say. It's defined by what people watch you do. Your legacy isn't built on words. It's built on your actions. In the end, your example is the only voice that truly matters.
And that's where we're going to leave it. This entire journey, from a single thought to disciplined action to a new identity, it all just boils down to a series of choices. The person you're capable of becoming, they already exist. They're just waiting for you to start making the choices that will bring them to life, starting with the very next one you make. So what's it going to be?
Follow and subscribe for the next tech part. Hit that subscribe button and follow us now.